Hi guys, good morning again. Piotr here. This is a Light Forex Global YouTube channel, and this is a quick crypto market preview. Before we start, risk warning as usual, guys. Please bear in mind trading crypto on margin carries a high level of risk, may not be suitable for all investors who can sustain a loss of some or all initial investment. So please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Seek education, gain experience before risking real money. However, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. All right. So, where we are, there is a little bit of the movement on crypto market, and here we go. So we are fighting with 8,000 again on the Bitcoin. This is the daily chart. We are moving inside. We are moving inside the channel we already drew a few days ago, right? If you remember, so there is some kind of the channel. We are moving inside this channel. The good thing from the bull's perspective, we are holding by lower shadows. We are holding the bottom of that channel. We are trying to rise right now. Again, very important is here where we are. We get back below 8,500, 8,200, and that's what I've mentioned last time. Wasn't super great. The thing is, right now, where we are going to be at the end of the week. Now, from what we see here, chart patterns fans are going to look for possible head and shoulders, but I would be very, very careful here trying to trade this head and shoulder pattern. But in case it's going to work, we might see retest of 6,000. So we are talking about this huge first breakdown point, and we are talking about the level we get back above 11th of May. So that might be the case from the head and shoulder perspective, but I would be very, very careful. I think what market eventually will do, even if we are looking for some bearish negative signs, I think that eventually what may happen, this thing which some may want to call right now as a head and shoulders, this whole thing might be just the left shoulder, and before any attempt to go lower, we are going to see much higher prices. Now, how can we recognize that this head and shoulder is gonna to fail? I think that the move back above 8,200, 8,500 will confirm. There is a still chance. If you remember, we were discussing this 1-to-1 move to the downside, right? So we are trying to hold this as a correction right now here on Bitcoin. So I think that approaching 8,200, 8,500, we might see some sellers coming in trying to short, right? So I would be careful. As a short seller with prices closing the day above 8,200, 8,500. From the bullish perspective, I would look for any attempt to go lower below 7,500 with stop hand up the lower shadow. So trying to visualize this, I would like to see something like this as a bull, right? This type of the price action, unless you are long already. So that's how I see the things. If you are long, you may want to work actively with your position right now. Ethereum. Here, no change in view. We are going to bounce probably for quite some time to the downside, 220, 200. That's what we discussed before. To the upside, 280, 300. That's how I see the things on Ethereum. A little bit more bounce, but I would like to cover today also Litecoin chart, right? But not versus BTC. I would like to cover Litecoin versus USD. I would like to cover this chart just for a second, okay? Very nice round bottom is going on here, right? And it started around December 2019, January 2019. Now guys, if you are not aware, less than 2 months left and we are going to get halving on Litecoin, right? So we are going to get the halving around August, right? So we started to build the bottom around 6 to 8 months earlier, right? And we see this significant rally on the Litecoin. Okay, now let's get back to the Bitcoin for a second. Next May 2020, we are going to have a Bitcoin halving, right? So for now we might see in that case last dip, right? But watch out for a price action 6 to 8 months before May 2020. So it's going to be worth to watch even closer Bitcoin price action starts in October. All right, I'm not saying it's going to happen the same what happened with Litecoin, but I'm pretty sure it's worth to remember about that. All right, so that's it for today, guys. Be very careful. Watch out for a weekly close where we are going to be. All right, if necessary I will come again with next update around Friday. Have a good one.